Sure.com here with the Outlaw, Dan Hardy. Came up a little short to Chris Lytle tonight at UFC Live 5 in Milwaukee, but a fantastic bout. Talk about the exchanges. You tasted his power, he tasted yours. Your face is definitely worse for the wear. Was this the fight you expected with Chris?
It was, yeah, it was. I knew Chris was going to stand his ground and trade punches, and fair play to him. You know, we had a good time, and we both took a couple of shots. I think I have more superficial damage, but I think I rocked him with a couple. So. But the guillotine at the end, that was my own fault. I thought, you know, minutes ago, score a couple of points, and I jumped straight into his guillotine, and that's his thing. So, one of those things.
We almost got a full 15 minutes out of you and Lytle tonight. If the fight went the distance, do you think you were ahead in the scorecards? How do you feel you were faring?
I don't think so. I think he landed. I maybe landed a couple of good punches that did a little bit more damage as far as rocking him goes. But I think generally, I think he landed more shots. I think he landed better shots. I was a little bit sloppy today. I was just in there for a brawl.
I think fans were excited, though, but it was a fight that a lot of people wanted. You're an entertainer, Dan. You fought for the UFC title in an entertaining match with George St. Pierre. All your fights, you come out, the whole outlaw persona is perceived well by fans. This is your fourth loss, though, in a row in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Do you think this gets you your pink slip?
Well, from what I know, I've got one more. I think they're being very nice to me to give me another one. I think I was lucky to get a fourth fight after losing 3. But it's, you know, I don't know what I've done to deserve it. I come in and I give it everything I've got, and you know, I put my time in with the fans, and I think they appreciate that effort more than anything. The best thing for me to do now, though, is to take some time off, to take some time away from competing, and just really invest myself in the gym. You know, maybe take a few months, like maybe 6 months, maybe a little longer, and just really make some progress. If I got one fight, I'm gonna give it everything I've got, and I'm gonna really try and improve over the next few months, and then come back and either have one more good loss or one more fantastic win, and then see where it goes from there.
Let's say worst case scenario, they do hand you your walking papers. Does that motivate you? Would you go work the circuit outside the UFC to try to get back to the octagon?
Either way, even I decided before the fight tonight, even with a win, I would have still taken time off. I felt that obviously I had 4 fights that rushed me straight into a title shot. And then from the title shot, I really never got time to evolve as a fighter. I don't feel like I'm a great deal better than I was when I fought George St. Pierre. And I don't feel like, obviously, the competition after you fight for the belt is always going to be tough. So, you know, I've just fallen short, and I've got things I need to work on in my game. I'm aware of that. But you know, I mean, more than anything, I didn't really get in this sport to win money or belts. I came into it for my personal journey, and I'm having a personal journey. There's no doubt about it. The path I'm walking is a bit rocky at the moment, but you know, that's what's supposed to test me. I'm supposed to evolve, and I think if I take a little time off, I can come back and do a little better.
Either way, the fight tonight was fantastic with you and Chris Lytle, and it turns out this will be Chris's last fight. It takes 2 to tango in mixed martial arts. You can't have a fight of the night because one guy's fighting, and I think you guys got fight of the night based on the fact that you both were swinging. Looking at Chris Lytle's career, I won't call him a legend, but he's definitely a guy who has a footnote in mixed martial arts. Talk about being Chris Lytle's last opponent. Does that mean anything special to you?
It does. It's an honor. You know, it's an honor. That going into the fight, knowing it was going to be his last, I knew that he was going to give it everything he's got, and I knew that it was going to be probably the best Chris Lytle that I was ever going to get, which got me excited for the fight. And you know, I've always been a fan. I mean, he was fighting 6 years before I turned pro, so you know, he's got a lot of experience on me, and you know, I've always looked up to him as a fan, and to get to fight him, particularly in his last fight, was an honour. You know, he went out on a good note, and he got a good win and a great performance, and I had a good time, and you know, and the thing is, I mean, you know, he got me in a guillotine, and you know, normally I wouldn't tap. I would, you know, I'd wriggle out of it or just stick with it and deal with it. But the thing is with Chris, you know, I don't mind admitting defeat, and he beat me tonight. You know, he landed better strikes on the feet. He was a smarter fighter, and he got the better of me, and I made a silly mistake, shot in, try and score a few points, and went straight into his guillotine, and it's a tight guillotine. I still feel like his arms are around my neck right now.